The recent Disney Investors Day contained a lot of new Star Wars announcements, so we will go through everything announced, some theories for these titles, and examine previously announced projects so you have a good view of all the live-action and animated Star Wars that is in production. This is Exasperated Nerd Explained. The only film announcements was Star Wars Rogue Squadron, expected to release in December of 2023, which will be directed by Patty Jenkins of the Wonder Woman films. The logline says, the story will introduce a new generation of starfighter pilots as they earn their wings and risk their lives in a boundary-pushing, high-speed thrill ride and move the saga into the future era of the galaxy. The future era of the galaxy seems to imply that this may take place post-Rise of Skywalker. If so, it is the only announcement in that period. If you take a look at the logo though, it actually appears to be an X-Wing from the original trilogy, since the turbines aren't, cut in half when the foils go into attack position. An Ahsoka series spinning out of Rosario Dawson's appearance in Mandalorian Season 2 was also announced. This show will presumably pick up on plot threads left by the conclusion of Rebels, as Ahsoka is clearly looking for Grand Admiral Thrawn and possibly Ezra Bridger. This is a guess, but given her motivations in the recent live-action appearance,
where is Grand Admiral Thrawn?
That makes the most sense. And given Ahsoka's relationship with Bo-Katan, it may tie back into those plot points if Mandalorian doesn't return to them. Speaking of which, as a surprise to no one, Mandalorian was picked up for a third season, which will be coming out late next year. Staying in this timeline being explored by Mandalorian and Ahsoka, Rangers of the New Republic will be coming out as well. So far, all the information apart from the title and time period is speculation. A lot of people think it might star Cara Dune. However, her title as part of the New Republic is Marshal, and Marshal and Ranger are usually two distinctive things. Internet theories have been rampant, suggesting just about every character that's shown up in Mandalorian, from Vanth to the X-Wing pilots to Bill Burr. Just about the only person I haven't seen suggested is the Frog Lady. But could it be? Anyways, it has also been indicated that the plot points from Ahsoka and Rangers of the New Republic, plus maybe Mandalorian, will all come together to a big event series that is yet to be announced. The Obi-Wan Kenobi series was well known before, but the announcements in regard to the show are that Hayden Christensen will return as Darth Vader, which came as a surprise to many, and that any additional confrontation may feel, if not explicitly be, out of canon. And I can't imagine Darth Vader being brought into the series if they don't have a confrontation. The series is set to take place 10 years after that whole kerfuffle that led to some lost limbs and a new suit. It is set to begin filming in March, so expect it sooner rather than later. Another long-awaited series is Andor, following Cassian Andor, set to release in 2022. It is scheduled for 12 episodes and will be a spy thriller showing Andor's exploits before running into Jyn Erso in Rogue One. There has not been an announcement whether K2SO will also be appearing alongside him, but the cast list does include Mon Mothma and is being directed by the writer of the first 4 Bourne films. Bad Batch is an animated series spinning out of an appearance in the last season of The Clone Wars. Starring a group of clones that are all distinctive and different from one another, they try to adapt in a post-Order 66 universe. The trailer that was released at the investors meeting also appears to bring in Ming-Na Wen's Fennec Shand from The Mandalorian based on the outfit. A LANDO series was announced with no real details other than it being developed by Justin Simien. There is no information on if Donald Glover will reprise his role from Solo: A Star Wars Story, or if they will even bring back Billy D. Williams. The internet has pointed to this tweet by Donald Glover that many think is a reference to the 2018 role, but it could be unrelated. The Acolyte was also announced with Leslie Headland as the showrunner. Leslie was previously announced as working on a Star Wars project this past April that was female-centric and taking place in a different part of the Star Wars timeline. Pegged as a mystery thriller, it is set at the end of the High Republic era, which is part of a new publishing initiative being rolled out by Disney Lucasfilm, primarily in books and comic books. This era is around 200 years before The Phantom Menace, and will apparently focus on dark side powers beginning to emerge and shadowy secrets. There was a lot of speculation that this series by Leslie Headland was going to be focusing on Dr. Aphra, a galactic archaeologist willing to lie and sell out others to get what she wants. Unless they intend to break the canon of the recent comics, that series has been ruled out for now with this announcement. Visions will be a series of anime short films. The announcement says that they will be original works and not adaptations of any stories that are currently out there. A Droid Story is an animated series being developed that will focus on R2-D2 and C-3PO. Other than a vague line about them helping a new hero, there isn't much information on this announcement. There are still other Star Wars films that were previously announced that did not show up at this investor meeting. That doesn't mean they are dead, but does mean that it will be several years before they come out. One of these was a film by Kevin Feige, famous as an architect of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Announced in 2019, it was speculated that this would not come out until 2024 or 25, so it is not out of the question that it is still in the works. Another set of movies was Rian Johnson's trilogy. When Last Jedi was coming out, they were so pleased with his work it was announced he was getting a whole trilogy to himself. There's been no news since then, and with the chilly reception by many fans to The Last Jedi, time will only tell if this will ever see the light of day. And it was just announced earlier this year that Taika Waititi was working on a Star Wars film, set to direct and co-write the feature. All of these films, if they are still happening, have not revealed any information about what they are about or when they fit into the current timeline. One thing is for certain, there is a lot of Star Wars live action and animated series coming out over the next few years. What do you think about the announcements? Is it just too much content? What are you looking forward to the most? Are you disappointed that certain characters haven't had a spin-off announced, like Boba Fett? Where is Boba Fett? Thanks for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Give it a share if you could. Bye.